You don't want to do cold outreach, and you are absolutely certain that you can do it another way. You can get clients without DMing them and groveling at their feet. Congratulations, you're just like me, which means that you're not going to send a DM to beg for somebody's business. Congratulations, you're a winner. Let's talk about this for a second. If you're building an agency in 2026 and your acquisition strategy is sending cold DMs and sending cold email, you are playing the game on hard mode, my friend. Cold outreach works. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it doesn't, but it's the lowest leverage, highest resistance way to land clients. Just period. Okay? Because every single conversation starts with zero trust. And you've got to convince the stranger to care about you. Now, what if clients were coming to you already trusting you, already wanting to work with you, already sold before that first call? That's what we're going to be walking through here today. I've been building agencies since 2015. I've done this so many times, I understand it like the back of my hand. Now, the first 20 clients I ever sold came from cold outreach, but the hundreds and thousands after that came from the 8 strategies I'm going to walk you through today. Here are the plays that build the pipeline while you sleep. Let's get into it. So the first is a YouTube content that sells for you. Now, this is my first channel. I've really never gone out of my way to make content. In the past, what we've done is we've run offers with other people's network and used their already existing content to sell for us or to position a new offer in front of their audience. So for me, this is a new experience and I've never done this before. But YouTube content, of course, is one of the best ways to actually get people in front of you that want to buy from you, right? One YouTube video can generate more qualified leads than 1,000 cold emails. This is absolutely true. I've been on podcasts that have literally produced hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue, and they weren't even my podcast. So it works for months and years, even after you post it. Now, this is the highest leverage client acquisition channel that exists for agencies right now, like absolutely period, okay? And here's why. If somebody's watching 12-minute videos of you breaking down exactly how you'll solve your problem, like what you're watching right now, they would show up on a sales call probably pre-sold. They already know your face, they know your voice, they know your way of thinking, your philosophy, so the call is really just a formality of the sale. Now, what to post? List videos. I love list videos because I like making lists. How-to breakdowns are a little bit more complicated. You can do case studies with your current clients, things I learned. You could do myth busting of what your industry believes versus what you believe, which is also just, hypothetical delusion. But the funnel is literally just a video, a description link, and then a call. Okay, so traffic, conversion, fulfillment, right? You'll hear me say it all the time. Then you go from a video to a lead magnet to an email sequence to a call. That's another option, right? Giving free value in the form of a lead magnet. Or you can even do video comments, CTAs, DM, you get it, right? You don't need to go viral, but you do need 10 really good videos that speak directly to your client's pain points, okay? So a video with 500 views from the right people will, of course, outperform 5,000, 50,000 from the wrong ones, right? If the right people are seeing you and they're like, hey, I'm your target ICP, obviously that's going to do a lot better. So the person who teaches the game gets hired to play it. That's exactly how it works, right? If you're explaining how marketing works for dentists on YouTube, dentists will hire you. That's how that goes. Number 2 is a referral system. Now, what I'm not saying here is referral hopes, dreams, and luck that comes to you through a rainbow, okay? I'm talking about a system. And most agency owners will say, I get constant clients from referrals, like it's a strategy. Okay, like they're banking on it, okay? It's not, it's luck, okay? So if you don't have a system to get referrals, you are just getting lucky from time to time. A referral system is different because it's intentional, it's predictable, and it converts better than any other channel because it comes with built-in trust. Now, I've built a lot of big referral channels and systems in this manner, okay? Referrals are one of my favorite things. I am what they call a super affiliate. I am pro at getting big affiliates to get more affiliates. Typically, it looks like that, okay? Now, referrals convert 3 to 5 times better than cold leads, and they retain about 3 times longer. It's not nice to have. It's typically the backbone of every agency doing $50K or more a month, okay? I'll tell you this, across the board in our agencies, we're shooting for a 70% referral rate from customers, okay? So we're trying to get a customer to duplicate themselves twice every single time. Now here's a system. If you can deliver exceptional results for a client over 60 to 90 days of the onboarding process to the fulfillment, you're going to start asking, hey, I'm opening up additional spots. Do you know anybody in your network that'd be a good fit? Hey, we just got you this result. Do you know anybody else that might want to get a similar result? You know, another business owner, a friend of yours who may be having this same problem? Offer a clear incentive. Hey, can I give you $5,000 in cash for you to introduce me to a buddy of yours who has this same exact type of business? Make it easy. Give the referral links, the page forms, a simple intro via email, and follow up with referrals, okay? Be constant. Be in the trench with the person giving you the referral and pay them in cash. Don't do any other bullshit, okay? We pay referrals in cash. Why? Because that's the ultimate thing that you want to get when you make a referral, right? You want to get cash or something of value, right? So if you can't send Rolexes via the mail, go ahead and send them some cash via Zelle, all right? The magic words, I'm opening 2 spots. Do you know anybody who would be a good fit? Okay, scarcity, specificity, it works every single time. Now, number 3, how do we get sales without cold outreach? We're looking for partnerships, okay? I go to people who have what they call leverage, okay? Leverage is when we exert a small amount of force for a big output, okay? So it involves a fulcrum. I think you should Google what leverage is so that way you can get a good, clear visual demonstration of what I'm talking about. Strategic partnerships and joint ventures, okay? So we look to partner with people that have existing networks. We call this OPN, other people's network. Okay, so they have an audience of people like the client that we're trying to get. So we partner with them and give them some type of very big incentive. The fastest way to get clients without finding them yourself is to partner with somebody who already has them. So right now, there's somebody who's a web designer, a business coach, a CRM consultant, or a bookkeeper who talks to your ideal client every single day, all right? And the clients say, I need help with marketing, and they've got no one to send them to. That's your opening, all right? So just so you can understand how we use this right now, I am a payment processing referral partner right now, one of the largest in the world. Like this year, we will refer over $10 billion in annualized processing to just one of our merchant providers. So how do we do that? Well, I make a connection to somebody who has a lot of the merchants that I want to talk to right in front of them. Now they have what I would call like a synonymous business. So it's similar in nature to what the particular target that I'm looking for is. So I make a deal to them. I say, hey, if this is what you're able to do, I will give you this in exchange, and we make a deal. Okay, so deals are just how these things are done. If you're a good deal maker, you can get good deals back and create little situations like what I'm talking about here. So if you're a SEO agency, you partner with web design shops, and every site they build needs SEO, so you become their back-end fulfillment partner. You see how that works? If you're an ads agency, you partner with CRM or email marketing, and then it works back and forth, right? They send you stuff, you send them stuff. That's a relationship. The framework is simple. You're looking for complementary businesses that serve your same client but do different things. Lead with what you can give them. I have clients who need this. I'd love to send them your way. Keep it mutual. You don't have to do any contracts. Do handshakes. Okay, I don't like putting in an ink unless I absolutely have to. But send the first referral before you ask for one. This is another big one. Okay, I like to send my value out before I'm asking. Okay, because I want to know also, can you guys hang with my types of clients? Okay, so if I've got somebody who's a big paying client, I send them to agency B and they fuck it up, I immediately know, okay, this guy's going to suck to work with, all right? So I'm going to want to know who those losers are way in advance. Warm intros close 5 times faster than closed leads. One good partnership can fill your pipeline for an entire quarter. That is absolutely true. Number 4, Instagram and social media as a storefront. We hammer Instagram stories on all of our agencies. We hammer them. The same thing every single day. We post 4 stories a day about, what we're doing day to day, right? So it's very easy for people to understand what's going on. Your Instagram profile is not a portfolio. It is a storefront, all right? When a potential client lands on their page, They should know within 3 seconds, that's the bio, who you help, what you do, and why they should care. All right, we've got a couple different ways that we break this down. Who you help, what you do, and why they should care. That should all be in your bio. Who you help, what you do, and why they should care, okay? So most agency owners treat social media like a chore, but the ones who treat it like a 24/7 machine are signing clients via DM every single week. That's me. Post 3 to 5 times a week. Mix valuable content, results, and personality. All right? Their algorithm rewards consistency, and so do potential clients. So stay engaging and be constantly posting. ABC or ABP, right? Always be posting. Content mix that works, results, screenshots, builds credibility, educational reels, right? You got to hammer them. What I like to do, sit and film reels for one full day and then just blitz all of them across the month, okay? If you can build 200 reels in one day, you're good, okay? Behind the scenes, show what's happening, client, story polls, Q&As, testimonials, all of this. The DMs are where the magic happens. So when a person engages with their content, they're raising their hand, respond, start a conversation, and be a human, all right? So we typically only use automation on the first touch in my business, but we don't really go past that. Okay. Case studies that close deals. We like to write white papers. One case study video outperforms 6 months of cold outreach. True. This is not an exaggeration. When a potential client sees a breakdown of how you took somebody in their exact position from point A to point B, the sale's nearly done. They could stop asking, can you do this? Okay? Big question. Hey, can you actually fucking do this? They start asking, when can we start? A case study does not need to be long. It can be 3 paragraphs, all right? Problem, solution, result. You like that. I like to work in 3s, right? So what was the client struggling with before? We call this gap. Be specific, the numbers, the context, the pain. What did you do? So what actually occurred? Did you install something? Did you have to delete something? Did you have to add somebody? Walk through it without giving through the entire playbook. And then walk through the result. What did you create? What was the hard revenue, the revenue generated, leads, and how you know it was you? Put case studies everywhere. Your website, your landing page. After somebody books a call, send that shit to them. Your YouTube channel, your email signature, da-da-da-da-da. Everywhere it goes, you need to have this stuff visible, okay? So we have these things getting sent out in automation forms so that way people know what we can do as soon as they're interested in working with us. Number 6, free audits and strategy sessions. This is my number 1 go-to. Book free calls, bro. Yeah, book free calls. Do free calls. Free. This one's counterintuitive. You're giving away work for free, right? Why would I do that? But you're actually demonstrating competence so that they would undeniably feel stupid not to hire you, right? So if you can do a free 15-minute audit of somebody's Google Ads account, website, or SEO, will close deals in a faster than 45-minute pitch ever will, right? So pick a channel, do something specific for them. Hey, I'd like to audit this for you. I'll go step by step on the call and explain what I'm looking for so that way you can understand maybe where we're at in terms of different ways of looking at the problem. Or record a little 5-minute Loom video, walk through the issues that you found, and then talk through what you can do to fix it, resolve it, or make it better. So the Loom video does 3 things simultaneously, proves that you know what you're talking about, shows them the money they're leaving on the table, and then creates urgency so they want to fix the problem. Now, we don't want to do generic audits with no specifics. We want to walk through everything at a very high level. Automated reports with no context. We're making sure that we're giving smart reporting with context, okay? And we're not giving 45-minute presentations that nobody asked for. We're going to be fast, clear, concise. 3 problems, 1 next step. So that way they can see the concrete action plan ahead of them. Now, number 7, speaking, podcast, guest appearances. Like I was saying, dude, a podcast literally that I went on in 2018, 2019 still brings me sales to this day, as I was talking about like black hat related strategies. But it was a really good podcast and it still brings me sales today. Every time you speak on somebody else's podcast, present at a local event, or guest on a webinar, you're borrowing somebody else's audience and trust. The 2 words I'm going to give you are other people's money, other people's time, other people's network, right? All of these things are high points of leverage. Speaking in positions gives you the expert standpoint instantly. You're not asking for attention, you're being invited to share it, right? So you don't need to be famous to do this. Here's where to start. We go to local business meetups. We show up for free, offer to present for free. This builds local authority, right? Go on niche podcasts. Put yourself as a guest with a particular knowledge in a specific topic. You get to reach your audience, right? Industry webinars, guest blog posts, or even Chamber of Commerce events. Sounds weird, but still works, especially when old people with lots of money are your target demo, right? So the ROI on speaking is instant because the trust transfer is instant. So if someone's favorite podcast introduces you as an expert, you're already in, bro. Okay, number 8, build it on public metrics in LinkedIn, okay? That means like put it all out there, bro. So LinkedIn in 2026 was what Instagram was in 2018, massively underpriced attention. So your profile is a landing page. Your posts are ads. Your comments are networking. It's all free. If you can post 3 to 5 times a week on what you're building, doing, and learning, you will win clients. Now, is it a cringy platform to a degree? Absolutely. But you know it isn't cringe? Cash in the bank. Okay? So if you want to ride around in a Ferrari with Jack in Scottsdale, you're going to have to stack some cash flow, brother. And the only way to do that is to step into the trench of cringy corporate world activity. Now, what to post? Client wins, lesson learned, industry takes, and behind the scenes. The compounding effect means that as you post, yeah, you might not get any attention right off the get, but over time, people are going to be bringing you leads left and right, especially because you also look like an expert. Profile checklist, make sure your headline says what you are, banner, featured section, and about section is fully filled out. Add that experience as well. Now, of course, we're going to recap, right? So top of the chain, YouTube, content, referral system, strategic partnerships. Make sure that these things are in your mind. Kind of on the last things that I would focus on are going to be the free audits, case studies, and speaking engagements. Those are great. But again, the top of mind thing is making content and making output. You don't need all 8. Get 2 or 3 running, and then you can be winning, winning, winning. Of course, if you want some help building your agency and getting these types of things built out in your own world, I would love to talk to you for free, and we can get on a call together. I like to walk through agencies. I've been building agencies since 2015. I've literally worked within hundreds of agencies at this point. And I understand what works at a fundamental level to make great offers that people really fucking love. I've been mentored by a lot of incredible people that you watch here on YouTube. And we'll talk more about that if you want to book a call. But drop a comment. Tell me which one of these 8 strategies you're going to start with. Peace.